Hello guys, so in this video we shall learn about sine rule. So what exactly is sine rule about and why do we need it? Okay, so we'll find out in this video. So to start with that, I have drawn a triangle PQR. On the left hand side you can see with some dimensions, and if you are asked to find, let's say, side PQ or angle P or angle R, the three informations are given about the triangle PQR, and once you know those three informations, when I say three informations here, it's the side PR, side QR, and the angle Q as 90 degrees. So if you see this right angle triangle, you can actually easily use the one known as SOHCAHTOA or SOHCAHTOA that you learned last year, and you are already aware of it, that using this you can easily find those PQ or angle P or angle R. So why do we need sine rule when we already can do that? That's because for applying SOHCAHTOA, you have to have a right angle triangle. What if it's not a right angle? Something like this. There is a triangle ABC with same number of information such as one angle and two sides in this question here, and here also you have one angle and two sides known, but the problem is there is no right angle here, which means we cannot apply this as this basic rule that you have learned about trigonometry, right? So, and hence we will need something new, some new rule, which we will discuss now, as it's known as sine rule. So let's see how we can figure it out, how we can find what exactly sine rule about. So in our previous lesson we learned that the area of triangle ABC, so I will write here as area of triangle ABC, that's actually written as let me write here half AB and then sine C. Now since we have those small letters AB, let's write them in this figure also. The side opposite to angle A will be A, small a. Side opposite to angle B, which is AC, that will be small b, and side opposite to angle C, which is side AB, and that will be small c. All right, so now area of triangle ABC is written as half AB sine C, but that's not the only one case. As we discussed in our previous lesson, it can also be written as half BC and sine of A, and that's also equal to half AC times sine of B. Okay, no matter what side or angle you use, if you follow the rule correctly, you will get the same answer as far as you know all those dimensions. Okay, now what can we do in here? We have three sides, and those three sides are, this is the first one, this is the second one, and then there is the third one. Okay, now if we divide, since you know in all these sides you will see there is half and half AB, this part, then there is half BC, and then there is half AC. So let's do something, and let's play with this equation here. We will divide each side by, okay, let me write it, dividing each side by, there is half AB, half BC, half AC. So let's divide each side by half ABC and see what do we get. So let me write it again. Half AB sine C equals to half BC sine A equals to half AC sine B. Now we are going to divide each side by half ABC, half ABC, and then here also half ABC. Okay, now what do we have? You see the numerator and denominator, there is half and half in the numerator and denominator, so we can cross it out. And then there is AB and AB. Similarly here, the half is gone, half divided by half will be 1, and there is BC and there is BC here, and similarly here, AC and A and C. So what are we left with? We are left with sine C over C equals to sine A over A equals to sine B over B. This is the part that was left, right, in the denominator here, and in the numerator sine C, sine A, and sine B here. So this is what we have got here. Sine A over A equals to sine B over B equals to sine C over C. So let's put them in the order, and we have sine A over A equals to sine B over B equals to sine C over C. Now, since they are in the kind of, you can say, ratio form, it's still okay if you write them in this form. A over sine A equals to B over sine B, and that's equal to C over sine C, as far as you are not changing their order from numerator to denominator in depending upon the ratio. So just follow the same pattern, and this equation that you see here is known as sine rule. Okay, now once we have this, we can apply this rule in any kind of triangle, whether it's 90 degrees angle triangle, I mean whether it's right angle triangle or not. We can apply this rule and we can find the unknown information. Now, since now you have the formula already known here, let's apply this formula in this question that was put here at the beginning. So how do we do that again? So to avoid the confusion, let's write the side opposite to angle A, that's A, and then this is B, and this one is C. Okay, so they're asking us to find angle A, angle B, and the only unknown side is AC. So that's small letter b. So let's write the formula again. We know that sine A over A is equal to sine B over B equals to sine C over C. Okay, so now sine A, angle A is unknown. So let's just write that as sine A over, do we know A? Yes, we know it's 7.64 equals to, then sine B. Do we know angle B? We don't know yet. So let's write that as B itself. What about B? Do we know B? We don't know yet B. So let's write B, and then sine C is sine of 66.9 over, there is C known, so 7.6. Okay, so when you apply this sine rule, there has to have one complete known ratio like this one. Okay, this is known one, only then it can help us in finding the unknown. So let's continue, and let's first compare this with this. So which means, let me write it again as sine A over 7.64, and that's equal to sine of 66.9 over 7.6. Now you can cross multiply, and that will be equal to sine of sine A equals to 7.64 times sine 66.9 over 7.6. Now use your calculator, and you will have your answer as, okay, since I don't have enough space, I will write it like this. A equals to sine, remember this will become inverse, yeah, this sine A from the left hand side will be sine inverse of this answer here. Okay, so once you do that using your calculator again, just enter that way as sine inverse of the previous answer, and you will have angle A equals to 67.6 degrees. Okay, so we are already done with angle A. We have found angle A using sine rule. And now finding B will not be difficult because we already have two angles known. So I'll go to the next page. Okay, so let's do the second part. Second part was finding angle B. So angle B will be 180 minus 66.9 minus 67.6. and that's equal to 45.5 degrees as angle B. All right, so that's our second part, which was in here as 67.6 as the first part. Angle B is already found as 45.5, and then we are supposed to find the third part as the length of AC. So let's go to that page again, or let me draw here. So a quick drawing here, which is A, B, C, and B is 45.5, A is 66.9, this was 7.6, and 7.64. We found that, or is it? Okay, so now we have to find AC. Now again, we can use sine B over B because this is B here, and that's equal to sine C over 7.6. So again, cross multiply, and we will have B equals to 7.6 times sine of 45.5 over sine of 66.9. Okay, and that will give us AC equals to 5.89. You can use your calculator, and that will be your answer. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part here, and based on this, based on the sine rule, I want you guys to practice some questions from your textbook. That is exercise 6C and question number 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 16, and 17. That's it. Thank you, guys.